Welcome. I'm here to give you guys the philosophy how to expand a bit upon your creativity, imagination, and innovation. Everything is created twice. First in the mind, then it becomes reality. Whatever the mind and man can conceive and believe it can achieve. So you go out there day after day, do the work. The confidence, put yourself out there boldly, authentically, even though the success, the creation has not arrived, has not manifested just yet. You know that the richest place on earth, the richest real estate on earth, is the graveyard where dreams and goals and everything I like that die along with you because you have the courage, the philosophy, the framework. That's all going to change. You're going to have all that and the go-getter 10x action to go out there to make things happen instead of waiting for things to happen. This is method, the philosophy known as create like a God. This is your man, Jaron Mitchell, a.k.a. Jaron Winnie Mitchell. Today's topic we're talking about today is how to avoid being a shadow artist. And this book, and I say book, but this topic comes from the book, The Artist's Way. Okay, that's more of the thing of this topic today. It comes from The Artist's Way. That's what coins it from Julia Camry, The Artist's Way. Okay, and the shadow artist is someone who is creative with creative dreams, gifts, who stay in the background. They support other artists, admirers from the distance, or talk themselves talk themselves out of making it, basically, out of making that particular idea. This could be also an entrepreneur. Maybe I can coin the phrase avoid being a shadow entrepreneur, how to avoid being a shadow entrepreneur and stuff like that too. So if you're an entrepreneur or anything you feel that you're listening to this, you can use that. How can I avoid doing this? And some of this stuff can work. May not work for this episode because it's more targeting artists, but it can work for others. Okay. So that's what we're going to talk about in the making. In this Create Like a God episode, I'm going to share how to stop hiding your light and finally step into the identity as a creator. Stop hiding yourself as being a creator and start stepping. If you do music, do the same. So we all are creative individuals. We can start drawing, we can start writing and start doing some things. This can actually help you out in your side of creativity. Okay. And again, what is a shadow artist? The term is coined from Julia Cameron in The Artist's Way. I believe I'm saying her name correctly. A shadow artist is someone who draws to creativity but doesn't believe they're allowed to be a creator or they're not good enough. They stay in the sidelines. Basically, you're the more analogy would be you're the crowd, you're the audience, you're watching, you're not on the court, you're not actually playing the game, you're not actually in the game, you're in the audience, you're the crowd, you're the one who actually looking. Okay. I can't think of a word of it right now, but there's a coin term for that. You're not the actual player, you can say. Okay, stay in the sidelines, downplay their talent, their creativity, which creativity is you can create it as a talent of art and stuff like that. Procrastinate on their perfection. Okay, let their fear of compromise stop them. Okay, deep down they want to create, but they don't want to give themselves permission. Okay, just create something, man. Just create it. Sometimes it can be boo-boo, it can be bad, but just go out and create it, man. So that's what we're gonna be talking about in this episode. Okay. So hopefully I won't be running my mouth and be yapping and making it for like almost an hour or so. Should be a little quick. We got 5 points over here, 5 powerful points to break free from being a shadow artist that I'm give you you guys here today. But before we go ahead and get to these points, man, make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, hit that notification bell to subscribe to the Create Like a God podcast. So that way you can get daily podcast episodes every single day. And we do have the Game Dev Secrets podcast as well, which episode 0 just had dropped. Time of recording this had dropped, which was today actually, which I'm still bound on recording. But go ahead, make sure you go ahead and guys watch that, or the time you listen to it it had been dropped already. So go ahead and listen to that episode, so that way you guys can go ahead and well, not an episode, but it's an episode you look for if you're specifically going for game development. There's on other niche podcasts I'm also going to have as well. And again, if you're listening on iTunes, Spotify, and anywhere else, make sure you hit that notification bell as well, or hit that follow button and leave your man's a 5-star rating and review, and give me some feedback, or you can leave in the comment below. Give me some feedback. What we can do to improve the Create Like a God podcast. I'm a little bit behind on episodes. I know talking about quality, but the more we getting guys out, getting this content out there, the more we can start putting back into the podcast and quality to make it even better. And also, one more thing beforehand we get to the points as well. make sure you guys go ahead and get your you can go to jaronmitchell.com/iconic marketer to get your copy of your own recession-proof business model. It's a free online course for you to obtain creative freedom or any other type of freedom, or would depend on your goals. For me, it's creative freedom. For you to go through it, go through the free course, book the call, fill out the application so you can possibly work with me and my mentor. So let's go ahead and get to these points. Point number one, today's topic we talking about today is how to avoid being a shadow artist. Okay, how to avoid being a shadow artist. Okay, point number one, acknowledge the artist within you. Every single one is an artist. Okay, you're not just a wannabe or inspired of anything. If you want to create, you are a creator, period. The first step is ownership. Own your craft, even if you're still developing it. Okay, if you got a game you want to create, you got something you want to create, own it. You got a great own it. You want to do music, own it. Okay, acknowledge you got a little bit of artist in you. You want to create some stuff. You want to do a painting, and stuff like that. You don't have to do it for profit. Some of you could do it for a hobby. Some of you possibly want to do it as a professional, as a career. Depends on what your goals is. Okay. So if you're doing it as a hobby, do it as a hobby. If you want to do a professional, do it as a professional. But just know if you're doing it as a professional, it's a part of your business. If you want to do it as a hobby, you want to make a little bit of extra money, what you're doing with that, you can do that too. It's all up to you. But first, you must acknowledge the artist within you. You have art, you have creative, you always wanted to be an artist. There's some people that say, I want to learn how to draw. I don't know how to draw. I don't have the talent for it. You got to craft that talent. You got to create that talent. And we're going to have an episode of how you can create your own talent. Okay. This is another thing with the AI artists, right? You got the AI artists. I've never had the talent to go ahead and do the drawings, but instead I can use the AI. Bro, the AI is learning from a human being. You can learn how to draw. You can learn how to do certain things, but you're just being lazy. You don't want to draw. You don't want to actually put in the work to actually practice and do and actually do the practice way and practice every single day. I think what was his name? PewDiePie. I remember I did a video on that, which I'm gonna do more. I'm probably gonna do more reaction videos on my YouTube channel, but more on with the artists and stuff like that. But there's one with I think it was PewDiePie. I remember seeing a white manga. Shout out to him. Shout out to him, the creator of Apple Black Manga. It's also on Webtoons, which I need to catch up on watching on Webtoon on my Webtoons. But we got a lot of stuff we got going on, inspiration. But I did watching PewDiePie. He was doing some drawings, he going through it, and he was actually improving. He was actually progressing. Okay, so you could actually create the talent. If you're an artist right here that's listening to this, you can actually create, or not somebody who's looking to do it and not even sure, you can actually create the talent. You can actually form it. You just got to put in the work. Just like a flute, I remember I was doing the flute when I was like third grade, second grade, practicing playing the flute. I haven't played it in a while, but you can play the flute practicing. It's practice. You practice playing thing with the piano, practicing, learn how to do a piano, doing music, writing lyrics, writing. It's all a learned skill. Just got to understand information. Some people may not understand it right away. It depends on your talk. But nowadays, we got the internet. You can go to Skillshare. You can go to any other place. And hopefully, you're going to go to my channel. There's other channels, arts channels as well. So that way you can go ahead and build your creativity or build yourself as an artist and practice and work through it. It's going to suck. It's going to suck. You know, my this doesn't look great. It's not going to go good. But if you get the right person, the right mentor, to go through it, who do you listen to and what's your teachability index, which needs to be 10, and who do you listen to? So you got to listen to certain people that's going to get you where you want to get at, and in there you will get there. Okay, to deny your inner artist is to deny the divine part of yourself. Okay, I mean more of the part of you, the creative in you. Okay, I won't say divine. Well, you can say divine part, but we all created by which I believe is Allah. I can't really say divine because he's the only deity, only God. That's just me and my beliefs. I can't contradict my own Muslim beliefs. There's some little things with the hadiths, with the art stuff. We're going to talk about the episodes that I kind of question. I'm an individual thinker, by the way. So what the denying the creator part of you. Okay, denying the inner artist, to deny the creator within you, the person that wants to create, do creativity, expand your imagination, or just get into art. Get into doing music, get into actually building something by writing or filmmaking and creating games and stuff like that. So it's I hear a lot of people, they don't have the courage or they don't have the confidence. They're not sure, they don't have the talent. You can create your talent. It's gonna happen over time. it's gonna happen over time. You may not you may be behind of others, but you can catch up to the talent and exceed your growth as an artist, depending on what you looking to do. It all depends on you. Okay. But point number two, today's topic we're talking about today is how to avoid being a shadow artist. Okay. Point number two, stop letting fear dress up as logic. Okay. What do I mean by that? The shadow artists say, like, I'm too old, I'm too young, some other things. I don't know how to draw. I don't have the talent for it. Okay. I'm too late to start. I'm not good. I'm not good as an writer or whatever. We all write. We write every single day, right? We type and all that. We use our little phones to type in and everything like that. We draw and all that. This is like the disguise. I don't have the talent for it. You can build the talent. You can create the talent. You can actually get the talent and put in it if you decide you want to do it. But it's all going to be on you and your growth mindset. Okay. The truth is, well, those are not facts. Those are just fears in disguise. But the truth is, the longer you wait, the louder the regret becomes. Okay, you're gonna regret it, man. So, are you gonna start now? You may not do it as a professional. You may not. Maybe you need to make some money, like me. I got to make some money, right? Build it a business, and I'm noticing, right? Okay, I want to own my work, build my own IPs. What do I need to do? I need to learn the business. I need to learn certain things. I need to have another product to help me out to get to where I need to get at. And that's what I'm looking to go. That's what I'm looking to do right now. That's what I'm not looking to do. I'm actually doing it right now. So, or I need to get a job to make some more money. You need to come back. You can come back to it, come back to practice. It's going to happen. You're going to go through setbacks. You're going to failures and stuff. But when are you going to actually put that as priority? You can use your money. Don't quit your job. Your job is your funding income source. I'm probably gonna make that as an episode. Your job is your funding income source. Okay. Stop having. We talked about limited beliefs. I think I had two podcasts on it. We're talking about the mastermind group. All this come together, but you gotta stop using these limited beliefs. Basically, it says this point should actually be more of limited beliefs. But the limited beliefs, I'm too old. All these excuses you're giving yourself, it's all limited. The beliefs to hold you back. Okay, to hold you back of what you actually want to become, what you actually want to create, be an artist, learn how to draw, do some 3D stuff, learn some animation. It's yourself that's doing it. Okay, gotta stop, let go of them limited beliefs, man. Let them go. And there's some affirmations. Also, there's affirmations in that book as well, which I have. Unfortunately, I don't have the book with me. I do have the audio book, which I always get the audio books, and I'm gonna start getting Kindles, but I'm a little worried about that because some of this stuff we buy, and they can just swipe it up, take it away, and now I don't have it no more. They don't give me my money back. With all this digital stuff, which that stuff needs to change. I ain't renting. I want to own it. Okay, but the truth, is you can't wait. The regret will be louder. The more you regret, regret is something that's probably going to eat you up. There's like 5 regrets of the dying or people who like the dying of those people who die over in retirement homes and stuff like that. I haven't read that book. I actually need to pick up that book. It's something about that. And it's like 5 regrets. Maybe we do our podcast episodes on that, but I need to get that. I need to get that book and read it. And yeah, man. So guys, like, it's a talent. We're gonna have an episode why how you can create your talent is worked. You got to put into it. It's built. Some people just understand. I look at it as some people understand information. Some people have a genetic advantage, especially in sports, have a genetic advantage over you. And some people may have some other advantages over you, but you can do it. There's a 90-year-old, I don't remember his name, but there was a 90-year-old guy that had a story and it like blew up and he became famous and big and actually at 90. Around 90. I don't remember his name. I remember hearing that story. And I know the KFC Colonel, right? The Colonel, KFC, Colonel Sanders. Similar story, about 60, whatever, selling chicken, and boom, he blew up. He changed his life. Now you got KFCs, as in franchises and all that other stuff, which got bought out by another company that owns basically Pepsi bought them out. I think Pepsi bought them out. But other than that, the truth is that you no longer wait. Regret is going to hurt. So if you got something you want to create, go on, do it and learn from others and put the time into it. If you're a quote unquote AI artist, all this other stuff, which, you're not an artist, bro. You just using a machine that does it, that create. You could probably have creative prompts or think of something that can actually happen, but you're not a artist. Okay. You're not. Any our AR artists that comes in and say that you're not an artist, bro. You're not. You didn't put in the time. You didn't put in the effort. You didn't put in the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. You just used AI that has been trained from human beings, and they used it to make something created. So at the end of the day, the artist did it, and without them, you wouldn't be able to have a generated AI with photos. Point number 3, today's topic we talking about today is how to avoid being a shadow artist. Point number 3, don't just admire other artists, be one. Okay, it's easy to fall into the fandom mode, right? Fans going to the fan and stuff like that, watching tutorials, liking posts, hyping others up, which I do suggest you do. You know, we have an episode why you need to think like a producer and a consumer. So, I don't remember what episode is that, but we got an episode of that. Be admiration without action leads to frustration. So start actually taking action, man. Take action, produce some content. You know, if you got start creating, start having fun. When you're creating art, you got to have fun, man. You got to have fun what you're doing. I know it's frustrating because you're not visualize what you want right now, but refinement over time will actually get where you want to be, where you want to get it. Okay, study others, then do something with what you learn. Okay, actional learning. Maybe we should have an episode on actional learning, how to actual like once you learn something, take action on it. Do it now. Do it today. You know, learn it. Do it right now. What you learn each and every day, so you can improve it. Okay. And there's another episode I had on this. Can't think of it. I can't think of the episode right now. But yeah, study others. Oh yeah, mentors. You know, we're talking about how drawing. I got another episode. You know, how drawing on your head does not make you a great artist. Every single artist have habits. You know, they built it, they worked on it, they built the skills, 60, 80,000 thoughts per day. They got muscle memory. Yeah, I think it was episode 17, I believe, or 16, one of those 2 episodes. And have the habit. Okay. You got to build it, man. It's built, it's habitable. That's why you got to get building a habit and drawing every single day. And I'm looking to do that. Unfortunately, maybe I have a challenge of the everyday drawing challenge. Then we didn't go down to 52, you know, then you 30 months, which is Inktober, and you have Skulltober and stuff like that too. I think that'd be pretty cool just to test yourself drawing every single day. I'm probably call it, I don't know what type of challenge I'll call it though. But other than that, you guys, study others, do it, and create content, build something, post your work, and share your progress. Okay, share your process. Okay, share it. Like, why not, man? Hey, if somebody's going to critique on it, if they really trust giving you constructive criticism, okay? So make sure you get somebody to give you a structured criticism and all the other stuff and what they can tell you, okay? So just don't be an admiration or admire. Actually get involved in the fandom or being fans of the artist's work, watching tutorials. You love how they watch. You love the process, how they do it. But if you're looking to do art, you also follow along with the tutorial. Follow alongs are those for the basics. You can learn the basics. You know, invest in some courses. Invest in something you want to learn. You know, so but just don't admire. Just be one. Be one, bro. If you want to be an artist, just be one. You know, don't be, oh, I'm my AI artist. I don't have no type of talent, and I can use this now. I'm my AI artist. No, bro, you're not, bro. Just be one. Just be you're your prompt engineer. I guess that would be. So just be one. Go out, put in the work, put in the actions, take some time, free time of yourself. You don't have to be a professional. If you just want to learn how to draw, just draw. Just draw to do it. It's a hobby of yours. You want to do it. You're not just a professional. You just want to do it because it maybe helps you. Maybe it calms you down. Maybe it does something to help you out. Okay. So and maybe you just want to do it so you be able to draw, you're able to have some fun, you're able to get some creativity, you're able to paint, whatever it is, man. So just make sure you guys go ahead and actually do it. Okay, actually do it. And I'm trying to find my points here. Oh yeah, you don't need permission. You need permission to be great. Just commitment. There's a quote from Grant Cardone, which he says, "Creativity follows commitment." Okay, when you're committed to something, when you actually fully committed to something, you will be so creative to figure out how you're going to make it happen instead of for waiting for things to happen. Okay, so make sure you guys go ahead and do that. Be committed. Creativity follows commitment, and as well, you're an artist. You can find you be creative. We're creative we're creative beings as human beings. So make sure you go ahead and find and be committed of what you want to do. If this is your goal, so you won't be the type of artist letting that inner child, that inner artist die within you. Point number 4, today's topic we're talking about today is how to avoid being a shadow artist. Point number 4, you deserve to be seen, not just support others. Okay. So if you're an artist, you're supporting other artists, you know, it's good to do that, But if you're an artist that wants to actually, be seen and actually put your work out there, man. A shadow artist often hides by working for other creatives, but never promote their own work. Start promoting your own work, put yourself out there, put your work out there. You support others and shine in your own lane. You can support others and shine in your own lane, basically, right? You can do that. Don't dim your light. Make others comfortable. Let your vision breathe. Okay, so if you got a vision that you want to be an artist, you don't dimming your light. They say dimming your that light that you have, or what your vision, your goals, your dreams. Don't let others people dim your dreams, your goals, and your light that you have. Make sure you go ahead and actually put in the work and actually put your work out there. And you're not going to be great. You're going to learn. People are going to comment. They will actually, those who actually would actually teach you, would actually give you some feedback and stuff like that. Or get into other groups. Get into other groups. Like I got in the 3D sculpting, sculpting workshop with Shane Olson. Get in those type of groups, right? Buy some courses. You're able to be around it, and they can actually give you actual feedback, because that's what everyone's congregating at. Okay. So remember, you're not selfish for choosing to create. You're fulfilling your purpose. Okay. If you want to create something, you got to actually create. You want to create something, and just create it, man. You got free time. I'm about to create this stuff. I'm about to create it. You don't have to be a full-time artist. I understand. So I understand some people want to be a full-time artist. I think in the day age, what's going on, I think you should be a full-time art. You should be, I don't know, part-time. I won't say a part-time artist, but have learned your business skills. And if you're not a full-time artist, and want to get into a full-time artist, just learn the business. Learn business, man. You learn this stuff online. Learn how to use social media. Learn how to use YouTube. Learn how to use certain social medias. Learn how to gain leads. Know how people congregate. That's what makes me different here. I'm going to teach some of you guys that's mostly targeting in towards the creative fields, because I think that building your personal brand, and it'd be good to work with other projects, work with other people and stuff like that. That is great and everything. I just think that you should learn as an artist, learn the business and learn marketing, sales, negotiation, personal closing deals, which is a little bit changing within the animation industry, which you used to have to pitch ideas. Now you got to pitch it. Now is more of building. You have times where you got to build your IP. That may be shifting to over there to build your IP and actually get to something to actually make something happen. Okay. So along with that, you guys, make sure you guys go ahead and do that and start building and learning these skills, and where you can go ahead and be the best version of yourself as an artist. And if you're a part-time artist or just doing it in a hobby, you can do it. And just have some fun. Maybe you can have some fun with it. That's just up to you. It's up to you and your goals and what your goals you want to be. Maybe we have an episode on professional artists, what you want to do with professional. If you're a hobbyist, you want to do it as a hobbyist, which is just a hobby. You're not actually professional, and do it as maybe an amateur artist. We'll talk about all that. Point number 5. Today's topic we're talking about today is how to avoid being a shadow artist. Point number 5, the cure is being a shadow artist is the cure for being a shadow artist is create. Action is the antidote to self-doubt. Make something every day, no matter how small. Build momentum with micro wins. I talked about this, right? I think you can go to JaronMitchell.com/The Mirror of Motivation, or there's another book, JaronMitchell.com/The Third Day Book, or the Third Day / talks about this, where you can like start marking your wins. I think it was yesterday's episode. I don't remember. You start actually writing your wins down. Actually start writing it down. Start actually building it. Actually getting yourself going. Writing your wins down, man. Post it. It could be something like posting a sketch, post a blog. Okay, launch a one-shot comic. Drop a YouTube short. That's why I decided, like, you know what? I created my podcast. I kept going on, off and on. You know what? Let me just stop. Let me just start creating content, even though no matter how many times I get behind, or if I'm behind as of right now, I don't have enough episodes. I wanted 30 episodes batched up, or 15, or whatever it is. If for some reason I haven't got there, or some other stuff that I'm doing, it's okay. I'm gonna keep on going, even though I don't feel like doing it. I'm gonna build that momentum and get those micro wins each and every day. And now I decided to create another podcast. I might have some more specifically niche down. So you don't want to you don't overcome fear by thinking about creating. You overcome it by creating it anyways. Just do it, man. If you got a video you want to do, just create it. If you got a movie you want to do, a script you want to write, just create it. A one shot, test it out, create it. Okay. The only way to avoid being a shadow artist, the wannabe artist, the one who's in the spot, the one who's not in the spotlight, the one that's in the crowd that's cheering. They call that a standby, or what did that call? I can't remember. It's gonna be bugging me after this episode. I'm quite sure because we're almost done right here. But you don't. Yeah, you just create it, man. Don't be the person in the crowd. You're the audience, the spectators. There we go. You're just the spectator. You're just looking. You're just seeing. You're just watching. Okay. You don't want to be a spectator. You want to be on the court, actually on the court, playing the game. So that way you actually in the game. Same thing with the controller. You want to be the player. You want to be the player, right? I got this Xbox controller right here, which I'm about to get a PlayStation. I got the Nintendo Switch controller right here too, but it doesn't matter. You want to play, right? Let me be the player. Let me be the player of my own story. Let me be the player being the artist. Be the player. Be the person that's in the game. And they had the saying, don't hate the player, hate the game. You know what I'm saying? Because how the game works. You know, you got different games, video games. Don't hate the player because the player's so good. You know, you want to hate the game or something like don't hate the player that's so good at what his craft and what he's doing. Some people may hate the game for it. Like I just watched this video today. It was with Ninja Gaiden, right? Ninja Gaiden 4, which I'm so shocked the game is like really low. I think it's like 11. I really want to buy the game though. I really want to get it, but unfortunately, I don't have time right now to be playing. If I do buy it, but if I do, I got other priorities I need to take care of, getting my car, also other stuff with my business that I'm taking care of. But we're gonna have some reviews onto the show. We're gonna have some reviews not onto the show, but on my YouTube channel. And a guy was I guess he was at the tutorial, he was streaming, and he quit the game, and it was just a dish. I think it was a disingenuous review. It's like, bro, like you got the stream code, you got the review to be a reviewer, and you don't know how to jump around. You never played Ninja Gaiden games, which is a fast-paced game, but you jump around, you move around. Because I played Ninja Gaiden, you jump around, you flip and jump, flip, and dodge, and all this other stuff. And the dude wasn't doing that, bro. I know it's a whole new character too, but the dude wasn't doing that. He rage quit on the tutorial. It's like, bro, like you got to take time. If you never played Ninja Gaiden games, which you never played Devil May Cry, oh my goodness, that game too. Woo, the Devil May Cry 5, boy. And number 3, I think number 5 is the best one actually now. But he never played those type of games. I know a lot of people play like Soul. I never played a lot of Souls game. I never played those games. I'm more of action, Bayonetta, Ninja Gaiden, Devil May Cry. There's other games I probably haven't played that was hack and slash. But I love the hack and slash genre. Those games are phenomenal. I love that. I love the fast-paced ones. Souls, I played a little bit. I played the demo of a little bit of what's that? Can't think of it. It was PlayStation exclusive from a Korean studio. I'm kind of getting sidetracked, but the whole thing, what I'm saying is just being a player. Being a player, actually taking charge, actually person that's actually doing it, taking actions. You learn and you take actions. That's the whole thing I'm talking about right on this segment, right on this pod right here, right on point number 5. What I'm mentioning is taking action. The cure, also too, the cure of doubt is taking action. Okay, if you doubt something, you doubt, or the fear, even fear it. All of it is taking action. Everything you want is the other side of fear, and you must take action. You must go through it. It may not be the right action at that moment. You just scared. Just get uncomfortable to get yourself getting uncomfortable, getting comfortable of what you need to do, or with that, and you'll open your comfort zone up to broader things. So let's go ahead and recap today's topic. We're talking about today is how to avoid being a shadow artist. Okay, the shadow artist. You know, everybody in the shadow artist. Basically, shadow artist is the one who someone's with the creative gift or dreams, the dreamers. You know, you don't want to just be a dreamer. You want to be the reality, one who actually making things in reality, who say it stays in the background. They're basically the spectators, right? They support others, artists, admirers from a distance, or talk themselves out of making art, making whatever they got going on. They talk themselves out of doing it because they don't believe in the talent. They having self-doubt. Okay, in this episode of Create Like a God that I mentioned, I showed and shared that the top hiding your light, hiding your self-doubt, or putting yourself self-doubt down, and finally stepping into your identity as a creator. Because hey, we in the age of, we're going to be in the age of indie creators, and not just you as a creator on YouTube, you doing art and stuff like that. Okay, what is a shadow artist? A term coined by Julia Cameron, in the book, The Artist's Way. The shadow artist is someone who draws to creativity, but don't believe that they're allowed to be believe to be a creator. They stay in the sidelines. They be the spectators. They downplay their talent. They procrastinate under perfectionism. Okay, they want to be perfect. This gotta be so perfect. Okay, let fear or the compass stop. Let fear or the compromise stop them. Don't down your deep down. They want to create, but they don't let themselves get the permissions. And the 5 points recap right here. Point number 1: acknowledge the artist within you. Point number 2: stop letting fear dress up as logic. Point number 3: don't just admire other artists, be one. Okay. Point number 4: you deserve to be seen, not just supported by others. Point number 5: the cure of being a shadow artist is to create and to actually get comfortable. Is to create. Creativity follows commitment. Go out and create. Listen to episode. Be a producer and a consumer. The 80-20 rule. And the only way to kill doubt, to kill fear, is to take action. All right. So let's go ahead and make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Okay. So that way you can get podcast episodes from me every single day. And let me know in the comments below. Let me know how you like this episode. Let me know we can improve, or if you liked it, if you got any value. Same thing on Spotify. If you're on Spotify, you can actually comment as well. And Apple iTunes. Make sure you guys go ahead. Apple Podcasts, I will say. Hit follow. Leave your man's a 5-star rating and review, so that way you can get episodes from me every single day, and we get some improvement. Okay, we can get some improvement on the pod. And remember, we got the creative game dove. The Game Dev Secrets podcast that's launching in January 6th of 2026. New pod that we're going to have specifically niche down into the gaming industry. Okay. And if you guys want to get your own copy recession-proof business model, make sure you go to jaronmitchell.com/iconic marketer. Okay. So that way you can get get your free online course to obtain creative freedom, like I'm going to do to obtain creative freedom. Go through the course. You can book your call. Okay, go through it, fill it the application. So if you want to work with me and my mentor to help you whatever goals that you have. All right, go ahead and do that, and all of your go ahead and do that and see if you're a great fit to work with us. And folks, is not where we at, to where we come from. Always create like a God. You're the master of your fate. You're the captain of your soul. You're made in the image of God. God gave you your brain to think for yourself. Okay, so take full possession of your own mind and worship the one true creator, which I believe it to be Allah, the only deity, the only God worthy of worship is only Allah. And Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and even Jesus and Moses and all other prophets are the messenger or the prophet of Allah. Create like a God, and talk to you guys tomorrow.